One, and we're live. What's up, guys? You're watching the Devil Drives Lada podcast. Today. I have a Browning bar, and let's listen to the sound. Just fantastic. One, and we're live. What's up, guys? You're watching the Devil Drives Lada.
Oh, hold on,
podcast.
I can hear myself.
I have to mute it.
Incredible.
There we go. So, we have some exciting topics for today. So after intros, we'll get to that. But we'll be talking about how I'm a
talk
guest
about Bad
speaker
Bunny
now. Apparently, the government shut down. Some people are getting paid and some people aren't. And when I say people, I mean a country. Well, we have some topics for today.
Some people.
But I'm Jamie.
Some people.
What is my background? I spent time in Ukraine in a combat role. I teach people how to shoot. I love airsoft and already. And
Yeah, I was getting in the way.
I just enjoy teaching and sharing information and talking to people about guns, goths, and anarchy.
An anarchy,
I'm
yeah.
sorry.
Hey,
I'm
stop
sorry.
stealing my name.
I said guns.
That's
I'm
my
like,
thing.
I have
I
to
mean,
finish
that's why you're here.
going. All right,
we
I
do
guess you
enjoy
can go
all of the
next,
same
since I just
topics that
stole your
suit you.
name.
Fair enough, yeah. I guess I'll go.
Yeah, you have to go next because I just finished with your name.
You just said my name, so I'm Sean. My Instagram is at Guns, Goths, and Anarchy. I am a veteran 12 Bravo combat engineer. I like punk music. I like goth stuff. I love milsurp and guns and stuff. Ian and I both share an affinity for comm block and post-Soviet stuff and
I
esoteric
do, but for a
militaria,
different
as Ian
reason.
says.
Esoteric.
Yeah. Hi.
Hi. How do I follow that, man?
We'll never get
it's
these
just
intros down. It'll never happen.
so genuine, heartfelt. What's up? I'm Ian. I'm as I like to say, your friendly neighborhood camo autist. I run a company called Operator Supply, where I buy and sell and sew random camo shit. So if you like that kind of stuff, check me out.
It's very high quality and industry leading. So I'll throw you some
Industry
buzzwords.
leading. I wouldn't even dare to approach that.
I mean, you do make raid mods in patterns that like just you make products that literally don't exist anywhere else.
That is true.
So-
That's true, but
Like
that
my
just
Serbian
makes
Blue
me
Tiger Stripe raid
odd,
mod.
if anything.
So I guess we can say you're just not industry at all. You're just leading.
I'm just weird. I'm just out here.
He's just the
doing-
guy.
doing
He's
my
just
own
the
thing.
dude.
I'm just a guy doing stuff. I make stuff that I want, and then if people like it, that's cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's buried
so,
in all my gear, but I have my Serbian Blue Tiger Stripe raid mod from you that literally doesn't exist anywhere else except for other ones that you
Yeah.
made and sold. So
Yeah.
white phosphor.
There's-
wishes
and there's
they
only
were
a few
you.
of those.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that's the difference between me and people like that. I only use the authentic, genuine article. I don't ever reproduce stuff specifically for
Yeah.
my runs of clothing.
You took an you took
And,
like an actual Serbian uniform top and then just cut and sewed.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's super cool. Quillo and white phos wishes they were you. Your blue chalky chip is still mine.
Quillo. I've never heard somebody call it that before. That's funny.
Well, you heard it here first, folks.
You heard it here first.
Our topics for today. I was on a podcast yesterday as a guest speaker. I will have it linked down below. It went very well. The main
Rose
audience
famous.
was probably not most of you guys, unless you're here from that podcast. But basically the audience is Christian girlies. So if you're here from that, well, welcome. You might be disappointed, but You never know. Um,
Oh no,
yeah.
let me just. That's not here. Don't worry about it. Sorry, here. I'll just do this. How about that?
Yeah. So I
Make you
was
more
invited on to
comfortable.
talk about my time in Ukraine. Um, Andy and Freeman, it's a husband wife combo. They kind of interviewed me and we talked about my experiences. Today's America, as far as really global like politics. What all that looks like right now, how it's affecting the U.S., immigration, a bunch of different things. Really cool. I'll have it linked down below. It'll be a much more on the rails version of us rambling. But it was honestly a very similar topic. I felt right at home. The best part was I sent them a little reminder list. We've been trying to like do this podcast for probably a year now, maybe more. And she invited me. She finally was like, "Hey, we need to go ahead and do this." And I sent her a list. Okay, I was like, just a reminder and like, you know, update on my personal beliefs. Here's what I believe, and she was like, "It's perfect." I was like, "Awesome, here we go." I was like, "Is there any topics I need to stray away from?" And she was like, "Absolutely not. Let's cover all of them." So, well, we covered a lot of them. Um, I gave a very basic rundown of what anarchy looks like. How
CIA controls the weather.
bro, so it's funny. Andy was like, okay, so while we start into Ukraine topics, he's like, did you see any biolabs? And he like goes down this list of like tinfoil hat theories that the Republicans are talking about. He's like, so you didn't see any of that? I was like, no. And he's like, there you go. I was like, not that
Well,
they
heard
there
it
you
here
have it,
first.
folks. You heard it here first.
Firsthand, from the direct source, firsthand knowledge.
So it was really cool.
That's what you
hanging
were
out with
looking
them.
for while you were there, right?
Yeah, dude, I was investigating the
Yeah.
biolabs and I didn't find any, so I just went and
Yeah, for
fought.
sure.
So it was really cool, and we actually
The
had
whole
the idea.
war was a distraction to
Correct.
cover up the biolabs.
I actually.
Is that
so
actually
if you
the
look at
theory?
my helmet,
I
up
haven't
there,
heard of this
oh, wait.
before, so
If you look at my helmet in there, it's actually lined with tinfoil. It's tinfoil inside the helmet, and so I
Hell
didn't
yeah.
want them reading my brainwaves. But
So, can you explain that biolabs thing to us? Because I don't
Yeah,
think.
this is
dude,
the
I have
first
no
time
idea.
hearing of
I've
it.
seen that conspiracy floating around, like the U.S. is funding like biolabs there and stuff. I don't actually know what they're
Like,
talking
what
about.
is? Do you know?
Well, I mean,
like, what
that's
kind of
not
biolabs they're talking about? Like
specifically a
viruses?
conspiracy.
Bro, I have
Is it
no
like
idea.
a COVID thing or?
Yes, the Ukraine developed COVID. So no, I have no idea. I don't know. I would love to talk to some of these people that I've heard like random conspiracy stuff about Ukraine. What I think it didn't make the clip, but I think we were even at one point it was like, so you saw Hunter Biden there taking money. It's like that's exactly what I saw. Hunter Biden was my commander, and he didn't pay
Hell
us.
yeah.
He just received all the funding. But highly
Amazing.
recommend going and watching Neutralities, or listening to Neutralities podcast. It's on, I think, Apple Podcasts. Is that what it's called? And Spotify. But we all know Spotify is the better
Apple
option
Podcasts.
anyway.
Yeah.
So go watch it on Spotify, and then I'll link her Instagram below. But it actually came up. Andy is gonna join us for a podcast episode one day on here. So
Neat.
I look
Cool.
forward to that.
Cool.
After the show, we talked for probably. Freeman had to go, and she was like, "Hey, so I don't mean to like dip," and she's like, "And no rush." She was like, "But I need to go," and we are like, "We'll just hang out here and keep talking." So I think we talked for like another hour and a half about just life, politics, and stuff, and it was striking to see just how much, how similar our beliefs were in so many things. So very cool. He will be joining us one day. So tune in. I made this joke yesterday. I was like, yeah, so tune in every Sunday at 7, except it's not every Sunday and it's not at 7. I was like, it's usually every other Sunday-ish and it's usually like at 7:30. So yeah, tune in every Sunday at 7. And
Ish.
yeah, and for those that were watching too, if you want to ever know like when our actual next episode is, it's on our website. Like if you go to the Ohana Arms website, there's like a whole page dedicated to the podcast with all the episodes on it, a brief description, and then when our next episode will be. So you can watch that there. I usually update it after every episode. So Yeah. So yeah, all that stuff will be linked in the description, and we can go to the next topic. Oh, it came up. She was like, "So why do you start the podcast?" I was like, "Because I didn't want to write a book about my Ukraine experience." She's like, "Why not?" I was like, "I don't want to be famous." I know we've said that before in this podcast. Like, none of us are doing this to be famous. We're doing it to share stories and hang out together, and just, you know, grow.
Yeah.
So, yep. Does someone want to spearhead
It's
the next
mostly
topic?
an excuse to hang out.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
even weeks that we don't have the podcast, a lot of times we're still in here talking, and we just don't have the mental
Yeah.
capacity to entertain.
Because we all live, you know, so far away. I'm not trying to dox us, but we all live. We're not really local to each other, so
Anymore,
you know, it's nice
unfortunately.
anymore. Yeah, but so it's nice to still be able to talk and chat with you guys. I was telling
Hopefully, one day in
the lady.
the future.
Yeah, I was telling
Should
the
we talk
lady
about
the
that?
other day because she was talking about shitty friends and like friend that moved and they don't talk now, and I was like, well, I mean, like Ian lives in Redacted, you know.
I was about to say, whoa.
He and I, yeah, he and I talk every day, you know.
Yeah.
Always got to keep up with the boys. And seriously, on a real note, like, check on your guys or people.
Yeah,
Like, make sure they're okay. People deal with their own stuff, and especially the combat vet homies. Like, check on those dudes.
yeah. In the age of social media, use it for something actually beneficial. That being,
Yeah.
you know, community fellowship, if you will. You know, and
If you will.
not you know, arguing with brain dead people online. If they're even people.
Don't argue
Google
with the
dead
Israeli
internet theory.
bot farms, bro.
And into our next
Wait,
topic.
can we say that? Can we say that on this
Wait, what'd you
on this
say?
platform? Or we,
He said
well,
arguing with
never mind. I
specific
probably shouldn't
country's bot
repeat it.
platform.
Oh,
You shouldn't
Yeah.
argue with bot platforms that are run by people who are paid by the DoD. Put it that way.
Google dead internet theory.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's not even a theory at
It's
this
not a
point.
theory.
That's
at that
yeah.
point.
That's why I don't argue with people on social media.
It's like
Anymore.
that's
I
like
used to do that at
people
one
who
point, but
call
I
it
don't do
the
that
theory
anymore.
of gravity.
Let me turn this
Mhm.
lamp off. Hey, Google,
Yeah.
turn the lamp off. I'm like, there we go. That's much better. What was I gonna say?
Standard out of the frame.
I was about to say something cool, and then I don't remember what it was. Oh, yeah. So a lot of the reason this is a me problem, not an everyone else problem. I don't necessarily check in on people is because I don't want to have a long conversation. So you know, like I might not want to text somebody. It's like, oh, I don't have the mental capacity to like carry on a whole conversation right now. But I mean,
Yeah.
you can also just say, hey, really busy right now, but just thinking about you and say hi. You know, hope you're doing okay. And make sure you hear back from them. So, all right, next topic. The US government is shutting down. Unfortunately, not for good, unless it does, which would be
Yeah.
great. Yeah, we were talking pre-episode, having our show before the show, and we were like, yeah, it's not the shutdown we wanted, but it's a step in the right direction.
Yeah, I mean, it's not even you know, they do this. I mean, is it even like they do this as a political tactic which is insane. That is ridiculous. Closing down the government as just a political tactic. But and then blatantly blaming it on the other side, even though it's a joint issue, you know.
Yeah, I
It's
was
a
gonna
nonpartisan issue, and then they just blame the other side. But
I was going to pull up the pages. It looks like TSA has adjusted it, but if I remember correctly, I saw a screenshot, and I mean, I assume this could be photoshopped or whatever, but it was like the TSA or Homeland page was like, due to the radical left shutting down our government. You know,
yeah,
it was
yeah,
like
that's
a
what
bunch of
I
different
mean.
pages.
Like they
Now
literally
they're
come
calling
out and
it lapse
say,
in federal funding. But I'm pretty sure the
God's
original
sake.
post on a lot of
I
these
heard,
government-run
I saw a
pages-
video. Now, I saw well, it was like a sound bite. Now this could be AI, but it was who's the Caroline Levitt, the White House press secretary.
Yeah.
Is that her name?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was just like somebody calling a federal office or something like that. And it was like the voicemail is her saying that the Democrats have shut down the government, and just using like derogatory terms, and it's like,
The
what are we
government
doing?
shut down. And correct me if I'm wrong, doesn't Congress still get paid? I believe
I don't
Congress is
know.
still getting paid.
Probably.
Meanwhile, our U.S.
Certain
military
ones, I think
guys
so.
do not, as well as a bunch
You
of
also have to
other.
realize, in terms of Congress, that their congressional salary at this point is only a fraction of what they make
Oh
because
yeah,
of
but the
things
principle behind
such
it.
as insider trading and
Yes.
lobbying and
And
whatnot.
certain, definitely not foreign interest groups. Yeah,
Yeah, the ones
Yeah.
that donate
who
a huge
should
percentage.
never be
Yes.
made to
Anyways, as you
register.
said, meanwhile, our troops, our service members are not getting paid. Um, and it's odd because the last couple of times this happened, they at the last minute, um, they at the last minute found emergency funding right before the shutdown so that they could pay so that the DoD could pay service members. I think the last time this happened was in 2018, and
Happened three
I
times under
remember
Trump's
it.
last.
Yes, and at like right before at the last moment, the DoD was like, "Hey, we've actually found funding to pay you for this period of time." I think it was like 15 days or something like that. I could be wrong. But I remember I was actually on orders at that time, so I do remember it. And it sucked because the Coast Guard was not getting paid because there's some technicality with the Coast Guard not actually being DoD. They're actually DHS or DO. I thought it was
Maybe
DHS.
you're right. It might be DHS.
Yeah.
They're not DoD.
Yeah. So the Coast Guard, we like to
Which
make
is
jokes
funny in
and
itself.
laugh, poke fun at the Coast Guard, but
The puddle pirates.
they are the military, and like they still deserve to get paid. But yeah, now nobody in the military is getting paid. So yeah,
I wanted
and
to. Sorry.
bases are encouraging military families to take out loans just to be able to feed their family. So
It's a
yeah,
great
that's
time here.
wild. And again, they do that
Great.
every single time the government shuts down, but it's just it's fucked up. Wild.
I'm trying to find.
And meanwhile, there's still somebody else who's getting paid.
Seems like a very healthy functioning democracy to me.
Yeah.
Oh, this was a while ago. Okay, so I just recently saw this on Instagram. I didn't realize it was from a while ago. But although this even looks like this has been multiple times, but so Brian Mast was a Florida representative, Republican, and at the time he was the only congressman, and I mean still probably is, to be in the IDF and the U.S. Army, and his choice of uniform.
How is that possible?
I don't know. And this.
I don't know. I knew a guy. Hold on, sorry,
Let
I'll
me
let
share
you
my
finish.
screen to you guys so y'all can also see.
Well, in the meantime, I knew a guy who was also he was in the Romanian army and then came to America and
I mean, I could join the U.S.
was
Army.
of course now in the U.S. Army. Yeah.
Like I could go join the U.S. Army right now, and then I would have been Ukrainian Army and U.S. Army.
Yeah. Yeah, it's possible. It's not rare. I mean, I had an old, without saying too much, an old, full-time staff officer, or yeah, who was previously in the, I believe it was Nigerian army.
That's pretty sick.
That
Cool.
goes hard.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shave.
One of the coolest dudes ever, though. But that's neither here nor there. I think it was either Nigeria or Kenya. He was from Africa.
If I can direct your attention to this photo, I thought this was recently when I was just searching it because I saw it recently. I probably saw it then too. But like I said at the time, he was the only congressman to serve in the U.S. Army and the IDF, and this is his quote. This is my uniform, and this is what he wore to a congressional meeting.
Oh yeah.
Okay, now
fucking
that
IDF uniform.
is way too far. Yeah.
Remember, he was U.S. Army and IDF, and this is what he wore as a U.S. representative to a congressional meeting. Yep.
This definitely shows where our interest and priorities are at.
Yeah.
That's not alarming at all.
Oh. So yeah.
No, and you're crazy for being alarmed by that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Don't be antiseptic.
I will continue to laugh at that every time. So yeah, U.S. government
very
shutdown.
antiseptic.
From my understanding, U.S. service members are getting paid this paycheck, but if it continues, they will not be getting paid for any of the following paychecks. That was what the
Not from
announcement
what I've
was.
heard.
Whether or not that actually happens or not, I don't know. That was per, I believe, OAF Nation
My
sources.
family member that is in the army did not get paid their paycheck that they were supposed to get.
Troops get paid through all branches. They get paid on the 1st and the 15th. Just like any other, federal payments. If you're on disability or unemployment, 1st and 15th. But yeah. So I don't know what day did it shut down? What was that date? Was that yesterday?
Hey, can't see my hot bar because we're recording. I don't know.
Because if it was in the past couple of days, they would have gotten paid on the 1st. But they may or may not get paid on the 15th. Again, I'm not.
Let me flip this
I was
over
never
for a second.
active duty. So.
And okay, there we go. Sorry, I had to
Sorry, I was reading a screenshot from one of my other friends who's trolling one of the dudes that works at Spiritus for their deal with the Zog Empire.
Oh. Yeah, I had a, obviously I can't name names, but I had a good buddy who was in Spiritus management, and he left we'll say within, to not dox him, within the past few years. And from my understanding, it is a complete dumpster fire of a company.
Yeah, I mean that's
Fantastic.
a lot. A lot of companies have turned out like that.
From my understanding,
It's
I mean,
okay.
we
My
saw that
company is a dumpster fire too.
From my understanding, Spiritus it's not because of Spiritus management or employees, but because of the highest level of management in the company. Basically,
Yeah, that's
that.
unfortunately
That's-
yeah. It's a tale as old as
that's
time,
also-
my
Is
brother.
that your problem, Ian?
It's also
The
why
highest-
that's why my company is a dumpster fire too, because of
It's me. I'm the problem.
Yeah. I am my own worst employee.
So yeah, government
Employee of
shutdown.
the month, also worst employee of the month.
Yeah, exactly.
Best and worst employee.
Employee number 1 and employee number 0.
I could fire myself. I swear to fucking God.
You have no idea.
Yeah.
For what it's worth, Ian, I think you're doing a great job.
Dude, I keep dropping.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, you're doing fantastic. Keep it up. Yeah, from my understanding, some foreign military aid is still going out to a select country.
A
Yeah.
While
certain
U.S. service
country
members
that
aren't getting paid.
it's not fake.
But if you
It's
look on a
real.
so if you watch Indiana Jones and when the map is up, it doesn't exist on that
Not on
map
there.
with its current
No.
name.
No,
That's all we'll say.
it's fully missing.
So yeah, highly recommend
Yeah.
Indiana Jones. Great movie.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, I just watched them all recently within the past 4 months because I loved them when I was a kid, and I haven't watched them recently. So I was like, "Fuck it, I'll watch them." And I think it's the first or the third one. They're looking at a map of the Middle East, and there is no
Probably
Israel,
Raiders
but you know
that
what
you're
there
thinking
is?
of.
You know what there is on that map?
Tell me.
Palestine.
Oh, interesting.
Interesting.
And to be clear, we are I had to so I actually had to like verbally explain this to someone this week, last week. I think I filled you guys out on it. I had to explain to someone how I am not anti-Jewish. I was like, I'm not anti-Jewish people. I'm anti like
Yeah. No.
the state Zionists.
Yes,
Like,
the
that's
state there's if you can't separate that, then
yeah.
You're
you
part of
have
the problem.
You
I
are
have
yes, you are part of the problem.
absolutely nothing against Jewish people, and it's
Mhm.
ridiculous that I have to like break that down to someone. It's like, oh yeah,
That's
you
like
know,
saying,
free Palestine.
you know,
Or it's
that
like, oh,
is
so you
no
hate
different-
Jews? It's like, no.
Yeah, that's no different than saying because I don't like Islamic extremists. Like if I were to say, you know, like I don't like Islamic extremism, and then somebody's like, oh, so you just don't like Muslims at all, and it's like that's not what I said. That's not even like that's not even close.
So you
It's the
hate
same
Muslim people
concept.
and want the U.S. to bomb them?
Like,
It's like, no.
yeah, it's the same concept. Like we're just seeing it on a with a different culture.
Is
It's not even culture. It's just that country. You know, I know lots of. You know, some people might find this shocking to believe, but I do have lots of Jewish friends, and all but like one of them is an anti-Zionist, and denounce the nation of Israel, and are very, very, they believe that Gaza and Palestine has a right to exist.
Yeah.
So.
Whoa, dude. That's so
And-
radical.
And
Yeah.
it's not even that,
Again,
like,
I also have lots of Muslim friends, and they're all like, yeah, Muslim extremism isn't cool. Like.
And I
Yeah,
would
because
even go
guess
so
who
far-
suffers from that shit the most?
Yeah.
Other
Other
Muslim
Muslims.
people. Whoa.
Yeah, it's like Christians getting a bad rep for what was that stupid Baptist church?
Westboro
Oh,
Baptist Church.
Westboro.
Yeah, it's like that.
I
equivalent.
remember you guys remember when I went to Kansas City to the
Yeah, dude, do you have
Ghost
those
concert?
pictures
They
still?
protested, and I have like a
Yeah.
selfie of me in like full goth clothing, and then in the background is just some old lady with a cane holding a sign that says "God hates you."
That's not how
Crazy.
Christianity works, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, that's not how. Like
They-
you just kind of read a couple parts of the Bible. I don't think you actually read the whole thing.
You took things out of
Skimmed it.
context and then
Skimmed
took them out of context more, and then
Yeah.
took that out of context and then cherry picked it and made it exactly what you wanted to say.
And like guessed at the context a little bit, but got it completely astronomically wrong.
Like, if I'm not mistaken, God doesn't hate anybody. He hates
Correct.
sin, and this is me from a
That's like his whole
non-religious
deal is that he
perspective.
loves
I
everybody.
grew up.
Right?
I grew up very religious. I'm the son of 2 youth pastors, and like, I'm not very religious anymore. But so I'm allowed to. So like, I'm able to come in from another perspective, but also have the knowledge. Like,
Yeah.
God doesn't really hate anybody. That's kind of his whole thing. He hates sin. He hates the things that you do, but you're kind of missing the point there, like it. You got to read
Yeah.
the whole thing. You gotta read the entirety of the Bible.
It reads one verse closed. Done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And to roll the conversation back a little bit, I wouldn't even say that I'm like anti-state of Israel. Like okay, hold on. So I see that look. So like, okay, hear me out. I'm not saying that they shouldn't be like allowed to have their own country, have their own government, whatever. But in its current form and the absolute disastrous, tyrannical disgustingness that it is today, like there is nothing that they are doing that right now that I can agree with, like to any level.
I'm not against any country's right to exist.
Yeah, okay, thank you. That's much better worded than what I was trying to say. But
Yeah.
yes,
I'm not
saying they don't
Israel's
deserve to
right
exist.
as a state. Like,
They don't
yeah,
have-
I understand. Like, they took that land, almost 100, 80 or ish years ago, whenever it was, and that wasn't right, But America did the same thing.
Mhm.
A lot of countries are like that. And I'm not condoning that, but they have the right to exist as a nation. That doesn't mean they have the right to go to their neighbors and say, like, I have the right to live in my house, but I don't have the right to go next door to my neighbors and be like, hey, sorry guys,
This
shit's
is my
mine
house
now. And then, just
Yeah.
kill them all in cold blood.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, and we've even talked about on the podcast many of times, like our beliefs in like what anarchy actually is. Like, it's not the form
precisely.
it's not lawlessness. There's no
Yeah.
central form of government ruling body. And that's the difference. And it kind of all boils down to the right of, I have the right to do whatever I want unless it distinctly and specifically infringes on someone else's rights to do the same.
I have found that a better way to say that you're an anarchist is to instead say that you are an anti-statist. While it does basically mean the same thing, there's
People haven't been conditioned against it the way that they have against the word anarchist.
Anarchy is such a bad word, like, you see places in turmoil and rioting and they say, oh, it's complete anarchy there,
That's not what that is.
Well, that was
using it as an adjective.
McCarthyism in this country specifically, and in places that we held influence.
But when you say you're an anti-statist, people are like, what necessarily does that mean? It's like, well, I believe that ultimately the existence of the state means the existence of violence, because the state is going to do violence.
Yeah, and I explained last night in the podcast I was a guest speaker on neutrality, that it's a cycle when you look at it. So like, it starts off, there's like the chicken and the egg, like what starts first. But we'll just hypothetically say for this situation, you start off with anarchy. There is no centralized form of enforcement or government, and then over time, people start trading freedom for security or a false sense of security, and then you start down this path of it happens more and more and more and more, and then where's my camera? And then you get to a point where it's a all-out authoritarian regime, and then the people overthrow it, and then it cuts back, maybe not back to anarchy, but somewhere else back in that circle, and then starts all over again. Because they've overthrown a dictatorial regime or an authoritarian regime doesn't mean they're immediately going back to anarchy, or anti-statist.
Precisely. Yeah.
They might go back to another dictatorial regime, or they might cut back to the circle of giving up some rights, for some security or false sense of security.
Biggest example, when America broke free of British colonial rule, it wasn't just complete anarchy after that.
No. We immediately formed a government, which was, I will say,
it was law and order after that.
Yeah, it was and I would say that was an improvement over the monarchy of England. It was a different form of government. It was a different government entirely, but that doesn't mean that it was a free country. If you look at like the Whiskey Rebellion, George Washington led the Whiskey Rebellion. What was that? A year after America became free, and basically research it. It was
almost immediately after.
Like, hey, by the way, we don't want to be a part of this. And it's like, oh well, you're going to be. So we're going to come bring the military and we're going to come ride on you. And it's like, well, was that really...
You're going to be the part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
so,
Hmm.
and it's
And then
not.
you
It
also
doesn't
look at it like,
always go
yes,
in a.
like America was. I mean, like, yeah, we were fucked up then. Like slavery,
Yeah, many other issues.
colonialism, imperialism. Really, what we did
Yeah,
to the
that
whole country, to the Native American people. You know.
I've had a recent, not really debate. I really like try not to get in full debates at this point. It's just I have better things to do. Recent discussion with someone.
Yeah.
It was basically like, and we've seen this all the time. It's like, well, look what we did to the Indians. Like I have told people that many times. It's like, well, yeah, but we weren't immigrants. We conquered it. It's like, oh, okay. I mean, okay, all right. So let's keep going. And it's like, okay, so illegal immigrants today, they're illegal. They can't come. It's like, well, why? Because they might conquer us. And it's like this, like kind of talking in
Yeah.
a circle. It's like because we can't have Muslims here because they'll take over. It's like it's kind of
What is?
a
Hold on. I'm
circle, a
gonna look it up
cycle of.
real quick. Give me
Like I
just a
was talking
second.
to someone the other day, and they were like, "Yeah, Muslims shouldn't be here in the U.S. because Sharia law is to take over the country and make it a Muslim country." It's like, well,
So
okay, to an
a lot of
extreme, that's
people,
good.
a lot of people don't even know that the book that the Statue of Liberty is holding, there's a poem written on that book, like chiseled and scripted on that book, and it's called "The New Colossus" by Emma Lazarus, written in 1883. Hold on, let me look up the entire poem here.
We had a
Here we
viewer,
go.
another viewer. Our viewer count spiked, and then in the middle of that
Hell
discussion, he
yeah.
left.
So the Statue of Liberty actually says,
Damn.
"Give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses yearning to breathe free, the wretched refuse of your teeming shore. Send these, the homeless, tempest tossed, to me. I lift my lamp beside the golden door." Now, I don't know about you, but that sounds pretty pro-immigration to me.
No, that's wrong. You're wrong. You're
Maybe,
wrong for thinking that. We should
maybe
not have
I'm
immigrants.
stupid, but
Well, actually, that was written for a different America. We don't live in that America anymore.
Well, actually, France wrote that before they gave it to us, and we never believed that to begin with.
The
yeah.
French.
Mm.
I don't know actually who wrote that. I know the French gave it to us,
It
but
was,
maybe that was
I believe it was an American.
carved
Hold
in
on.
request by an American. I don't know the details, but don't pull out fact checker. Go fact check me.
I don't know history like
I
that.
said that wrong, but yeah.
I believe she was an American. Yes, Emma Lazarus was American.
Okay.
She was who wrote the poem titled "A New Colossus."
Yeah, yeah. I had to verify or clarify something yesterday. I was talking about the history of the U.S. the Abrams main battle tank, the U.S.'s main battle tank, and I was like, yeah, it was started development in the '60s, but then it kind of
Autism.
became what it is today in the '80s. I was like, you know what? Just verify all of that info. I was like, take everything I say and please fact check it because I will tell you everything to the best of my knowledge and truth. But there's some times that I'm just very wrong. I was like, so please question everything
I made
anyone
it the
tells you,
fuck up.
including me. Yeah. Like, don't take anything anyone says for face value. Do your own research. And that stands for everything we say on this podcast.
Yes.
We're
Please,
here to
everything we say, please actually research it. Do some nonpartisan research. Don't just be like,
Yes.
"Oh, well, Fox News said something else."
source Sean versus
Look
Fox
at other
News.
sources that have different beliefs, please. It's kind of what research is looking
Yeah.
at all of the different evidence, all of the different sources.
We talked yesterday about on the podcast and like I said, the audience, and if any of y'all are from that audience from Neutrality yesterday, was like Christian girlies, and specifically we discussed how we're very disappointed in like modern Christians. So basically falling into this trap of Trump's a Christian, he told me he was a Christian, so I'm gonna vote for him kind of thing. And it's like,
Yeah.
do your own research. Like, so as a Protestant Christian, for example, I believe
Please.
that the way to Christ, it's by grace you are saved. Like, there's nothing you can do to earn your spot in heaven. That's not how that
Salvation.
works. Yeah, to earn salvation. And it's through by grace and Jesus' blood on the cross, blah blah blah. And then Trump has preached, for years now, I'm pro Christian, I am a Christian, I go to church. And then throughout this whole process, it's like, okay, so I'm not seeing any of that as Christians. Like, we should be seeing like fruit of our Christian, of Jesus, like the fruit of the spirits, and we should see that us bearing fruits. And I don't see any of that from Trump. And then so everyone's like, but he's a Christian, he loves God and Jesus. And then he goes on Fox News or whatever a couple weeks ago, and he's like, yeah, I'm hoping that how I handle this situation with Ukraine gets me to heaven.
Look, comparatively, Trump is the most secular guy on the face of the planet.
what was that very famous Christian quote he said years ago, like, grab her by the pussy or something?
Yeah.
What was yeah.
Very
This,
Christian
this has
behavior.
nothing to do with
I'm
Christianity.
sure God is very happy with that.
So this
And-
one has nothing to do with Christianity, but nothing bad can happen. It can only good happen.
It can only good happen.
So it just, and we kind of discussed, we're like, hey, we're really disappointed with modern Christians because they fall into this trap of, well, Trump's a Christian, I have to vote for him. He said he's pro-life, he said he's pro-Jesus, I have to vote for him because of that. And it's like, well, first of all, wrong, because he shows no
So
evidence
isn't
of
false
being a real
idols a
Christian.
pretty big deal in the Bible?
It is. Yes.
I haven't read it in a long time.
But it's in there. I'm pretty sure that's actually one of like the big, like the commandments actually.
Yeah, pretty sure that's one of the big.
Yeah.
There's like 10 rules you gotta follow.
Like one of the
Pretty
one
sure
of the
that's
really
one of
important
them.
ones. Yeah.
But it was really cool to talk to them on neutrality, or talk with them on neutrality about like, hey, we're really disappointed with Christians because they're obviously not doing their own research. Like, instead it's just like taking what he says at face value, or anyone says for face value, and running with it. And what kind of circled into that was, I recently learned this week that so during World War II, there were prisoners of war, blah blah blah. The U.S. actually brought a lot of those POWs back to the U.S. Specifically, we actually brought a lot of like medics and stuff, and they worked in U.S. like army hospitals and things like that. But we had a lot of German POWs in the U.S. And it was Christmas of 1942, 43. A lot of churches and Christians from all over the country made Christmas baskets and like gifts for the German POWs and brought them to the prison camps and gave them to them, or in some cases even invited the POWs to their home to celebrate Christmas with them. That is wild. And that is not a concept that modern Christians would even comprehend today. Like,
No,
if the U.S.
absolutely
went
not.
went back to Afghanistan tomorrow, rounded up a whole bunch of like Islamic extremists, brought them back to the U.S., put them in prison, there would be more Christians on the doorstep trying to kill them than actually trying to even have a conversation with them. Much less invite them into their homes, or share food, or just give them like, it was basically like these women were like cooking things for them, and like cookies, or whatever, and like making soap and all these things for them. That would literally never happen in today's Christian America, which is sad.
Precisely. Yes. Yeah. If Jesus, I know this has kind of become just a meme these days. It's, been shared everywhere. But if Jesus were alive today, if he were to come back in modern day America, he'd be crucified again.
Oh yeah,
Now, crucifixion taking
absolutely.
a much different form, but you know what I'm saying. He'd be sent to
Yeah.
Alligator Alcatraz.
I actually,
You know?
yes,
For sure.
for yesterday's podcast, I know it wasn't a video, but today I'm wearing a War of Ages shirt. It's a Christian metal band, one of my favorite metal bands of all time. Yesterday during the podcast, I was wearing a
Rondo
Gore.
shirt. It's got
Yeah.
electrolytes. It's what plants crave.
Yesterday on the podcast, I was wearing a Gore t-shirt, which is also a Christian metal band. I didn't do that on purpose either day. But I actually read some lyrics to a War of Ages song yesterday on the podcast about this topic, and I will read them again today. I have to find them if y'all want to discuss something or whatever for a minute.
Probably a really bad time in the podcast to do this, but I'm about to pour another drink.
Hell yeah, brother.
So I'll read it. I'll read some lyrics here. And this has been an inspiration. I specifically mentioned this. I've been listening to the song for a decade, over a decade now, including while I was in Ukraine, and many other times when I just needed some strength here. And it was to this "Fight the Silence" by For Today. Yesterday I was saying it's a War of Ages song. That's why I couldn't find it. Okay, it's a For Today song. Excuse me, everyone. But eye to eye, face to face, but still we don't see them. We look away, still they cry, but no one is listening. When will we open our eyes? This song we sing to silence when will we hear their cries? This song we sing to silence the suffering. Will we open our eyes? So let the world listen closely as eyes. So let the world listen closely as I scream to see the freedom they deserve. As I scream to see the freedom they deserve. Let the world listen closely. I say it's time to cross the line. Let the world listen closely. I say it's time to cross the line. Our culture's blurred. Preying on poverty, they keep us uninformed and distracted. If they can't fight for themselves, we'll fight for them. It's time to fight the silence. Broken, abused, and exploited for the sick satisfaction of selfish men. Only a coward would try to ignore it. We can raise our voice and bring it to an end. Fight the silence, set the captives free. They're a slave to a system of apathy. Bought and sold, their right to life has been taken away. Bought and sold, bring an end to the slavery. Open our eyes. This song we sing to silence the suffering. When will we hear their cries? When will we hear their cries? Their fate is in our hands. Their fate is in our hands. Will they be left there to suffer, or will somebody take a stand against a system that's been designed to deny its victims their right to life? Let's set the captives free. When all is said and done, we'll see justice come. It's time to fight the silence. The voice for the voiceless. We are hope for the hopeless. Fight the silence. Boom. Like that's not even as Christians, like that's not even just a Christian thing, but like everyone should just be hoping the hopeless and fighting for those that can't fight for themselves, a voice for the voice. Like that's just like that's not even just a Christian thing, but I sure as hell expect Christians to be doing it. But even as just a person, like stick up for those that can't fight for themselves and take care of other people. Like that's just a human common courtesy.
Yeah, that's
Especially in a like it talks about like a system designed to oppress and to enslave and to keep us uninformed, and if especially those in poverty, like it's literally what it's designed, not to get into the whole class war thing that we've been talking about for a while, but that's literally what the system is designed to do. So
yeah. It modern Christianity has completely destroyed empathy for those who quote unquote don't believe.
A certain political character recently said that that's a made up word and you shouldn't have it.
Yeah. Well,
What?
so he did say that.
Oh.
But if you look at that whole quote, he said he prefers the term sympathy. Not making excuses for that guy. I disagree with most things he said, but that quote was actually taken out of context. If you like, I actually did watch. Like somebody shared that, and I watched the whole quote.
Give me a minute. I'll get this started.
But anyways, as I was saying, modern Christianity has completely destroyed empathy, which when you go back and you look, and again, you know what, not so much in the Old Testament, but in the New Testament is almost, the recurring theme in it is almost all about empathy. Again, I haven't read the book in quite some time, but I've read a lot of it.
I have two things I want to show everybody. Oh, I hope I grabbed the right monitor here. I don't remember which one is monitor 1. Yeah, I got it. All right. And then share your screen to you guys. Oh, I just shared y'all to y'all. Hold, please.
Oddception.
All right. Do we have media volume on?
Not Ted
Yes.
Cruz.
Yeah.
Oh no.
So there have been 2 things that have happened this week that I want to be heard. Oh wait, where's the audio? Oh, it's muted.
Stop attacking pedophiles.
Thank you, Ted Cruz.
Oh no, it's not the whole clip. It's hold on, let me
Oh,
black out.
Raphael.
You guys,
My
give me
monitor's
just one moment.
overlapping.
I'm gonna run downstairs and grab some food real quick.
Yeah,
We'll
you're
be
good.
Right back.
Where is the full clip? Is this
How
it?
about we all come together and say, let's stop attacking pedophiles? Senator Booker also said we should have bipartisan agreement. I think that.
There we go. I got it.
Amazing.
I'll play the whole thing because
Sensational.
so many people are like, it was out of context. So then you watch the whole thing, and the context doesn't make it any better whatsoever.
Is it? Is it though?
Files.
All right. Wait on Sean to come back. I'm drinking milk out
It's
of
a
my,
bipartisan
fiance's mug,
issue.
and it just says "Follow the rainbow." There's your little cutesy inspiration for today.
It's the gay agenda.
They're turning the mugs gay.
Turning the freaking mugs gay. Putting hormones in the coffee.
Oh, update on Ohana arms locking plates. They're still coming. The listing is now on the website. We're in the process of getting photos taken and uploaded, but the listing is up a few weeks after we promised it would be.
Hell
But,
yeah, brother.
The listing has been up for like a week and a half, so you just can't buy them yet. But we're getting it organized. We're doing more stuff that's not listed as public yet on the back end to get them ready for sales. And like I said, we're in the process of taking pictures. We will have green, red, blue, gray, tan, and black, I think, to start off with. And more colors to come.
Black.
Black. I can't hold it any longer. Black. It's from Anchorman for people that don't know. And yeah, so that's your little housekeeping tip for future Ohana product. It's coming soon. Yeah, I'm actually hoping to have the rest of the pictures taken. Oh, today is Sunday. Maybe even tonight or tomorrow, and have stuff uploaded. So, yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, we'll see. I've been trying to figure out different backgrounds for the pictures and things like that, and haven't quite done, because I have to find something that is good with all the colors, because I don't want to have a different background for like each color. So finding something that works in with a dark and a light, as well as a colored object, it's very hard to find a good background for that.
Yeah.
Discord has been
Oh,
taking-
trust me, I know.
Oh yeah, you know how that works. In fact, you'd put a picture
Product
up of
photography
y'all's
is the
new,
bane of my
Warders
existence,
cloak.
brother.
Yeah, you did your new Warders cloak
Huh?
pictures. You got all of your new pictures
Yeah.
uploaded for that. I saw this week.
Yeah.
On Instagram. Opera 808er supply.
Put it on the
Be sure to
gram.
follow.
Put it on the gram.
I will say though, those pictures may have done a bit better if you subdued the greens and tossed in like some more brown or red or something. As far as the edits go.
Doo-doo brown. Nah, man, I'm going for the
bright greens.
the green heavy look, yeah.
That's fair. Sean!
Shonimal.
I guess while he's doing that, I can find the other video I want to show.
Do it. I guess I could tease my other product on here that's coming
Yeah.
out. Well, no, it's still too early. I'm not dropping
okay.
those until the spring.
Can you give any hints?
If you live somewhere hot, you're probably gonna like it.
Oh. Well, that's exciting.
For my fellow folks that live in hot and humid climates. What are you looking for exactly?
So it's a
This
clip.
is-
I may have even sent it to you guys. It was one of the PragerU founders talking about how AI child porn is acceptable because you're not
Oh
actually
my
taking action
God.
on it. Yeah, yeah.
PragerU, you
God,
mean
dude.
the place that's not actually a university?
Correct, yes.
We're
Not
so
even a
so
school.
lost.
Yeah, give me here's the Ted Cruz video. Y'all should be able to see it, and then monitor 1. Here we go.
Senator Booker also said we should have bipartisan agreement. I think that's a great idea. We should have bipartisan agreement. How about we all come together and say, let's stop murders? How about we all come together and say, let's stop rape? How about we all come together and say, let's stop attacking pedophiles? How about we all come together and say, let's stop...
Why?
Freudian slip.
Why would we come together and say that? What an odd thing to say.
And then let me find the
It's kind of a
dude.
peculiar thing.
I saw that and I was like, ah, yes, the we actually know what he's thinking, even though that's not what he meant to say.
The apologists
Ted Cruz
are
continues to be a
gonna
massive
fucking have an
disappointment.
aneurysm over this one.
Nothing bad can happen. Only good happen.
Only good happen.
Where is this?
It definitely cannot even bad happen.
Please tell me I can find this video again. Oh wait, did y'all see where Trump kept talking about how Albania got confused with Armenia? He
Yes.
was like talking
Yeah,
about it.
I fucking saw that.
He was like, yeah, I
The
ended this
Albanian
war with
prime minister
Albania.
trolling him about it.
That.
Dude, I laughed so ridiculously hard at that. Oh, where is... I really wanted to share this video. Uh...
Thank you, USA,
if
for
someone else wants to talk
Kentucky
for a minute, I'm gonna
burger.
find this.
What should we talk about?
I don't know. Whatever you want.
What have you guys been trolling lately? Do we miss any
What have I been-
Did we miss any current events we haven't talked about yet?
Okay.
Bad Bunny, mainly just the outrage following that.
Has there
Wait,
been
I
outrage?
don't even know what happened. Can you catch me up? I have no
So-
idea.
Bad Bunny is playing at. He's doing the Super Bowl halftime show in 2026.
Okay.
He is
I
Puerto
don't think I could be
Rican.
paid to give a fuck about the Super Bowl, to be honest with you.
therefore he is a U.S. citizen. Bro, conservatives are losing their fucking mind right now.
This
Dude.
goddamn
They're like-
foreigner.
Yeah. And then when you bring it up, when you're like, "Well, he's a U.S. citizen. I mean, what's wrong with it?" They're like, "Well, his music's not even in English." And like, what?
So
I'm not gonna lie. I might be I might be doxing or outing myself here, but I fuck with some of Bad Bunny's music. I ain't gonna lie.
I don't think that would be called doxing.
Outing
I think
yourself?
It's just like outing yourself as
As multicultural, what?
I
I don't
don't.
understand.
I don't speak Spanish, so I don't know what the songs say.
Oh,
You
I
think
see what
all
you're
these
saying.
motherfuckers out here listening to
Yeah.
K-pop and all that
Have-
speak Korean? Like,
oh, K-pop
That's a
demon
good point.
hunters over
Good point.
here.
That's a great point.
you think all these fans of Jesus out here speak biblical Aramaic? I doubt it.
I'm trying to figure out how to.
I'm
True,
just saying,
true.
you don't have to understand the language to be a fan of something.
That is true. That tracks.
Fair.
I was about
Okay.
to make a joke that would probably get me rated, but I'm gonna decide not to do that.
Was
gonna
it
have
the
some
joke I was
self-control.
gonna make? Is it about the blue tiger stripe?
No.
No.
That's probably in a similar fashion. Yeah.
How can I? Dude, I don't know how to open this video without. Oh wait, here. Maybe if I copy and paste the link. Why can't? Okay, in temporary Instagram rant here. Am I stupid, or if you open like, if you open your messages on Instagram and click on something, all your messages are still in the background, and you can't make the video or the Instagram post full screen.
Dude, Instagram
that's
cannot
stupid.
go more than a month without completely fucking up their UI for some reason or another.
I don't. Yeah. You would think now that they're owned by Zuckerberg that the quality would get a little better, but
No.
If anything, it's gotten worse.
No.
Yeah.
Like, they're so
like
preoccupied
goddamn,
with
Lizard
whether or
Man,
not they
fix
could.
your app.
They didn't stop to ask if they should.
I mean, that's probably because it's specifically tweaked for lizards to watch it and not humans.
Yeah, Lizard Man, fix your app.
Lizard.
Lizard. Is there? Oh, I found it. I figured out how we can watch it now.
He
Okay.
bought even more of Maui, by the way.
Oh, nice. Can you guys? Y'all can see my screen, right?
Or not Maui Kauai,
Yes.
sorry.
Okay.
Yeah,
Here
yeah,
we go.
we can
This
see
should
it.
not be doxing anyone.
It's all animated, and he.
But would you use the word evil of animated child pornography? Because I certainly would.
No, I would use evil only with
Hold
behavior.
on.
You didn't
Which
do
screen
evil
are
if
you showing? You're showing your Instagram to us right now,
Yes.
or is it my screen
Yeah, okay.
that's fucked up?
Well, I can't.
Yeah, I'm showing
The
Instagram. Can y'all
audio
hear it?
is very low. I can't hear it.
Oh.
Like I can hear mumbling.
Yeah, I think it's a me problem.
thought evil. You did.
Yeah, it is a y'all problem because it is. I'm watching the mixing for the recording and it's fine.
Okay.
So
I guess I'll
yeah,
shut the hell
sorry. Well, it is captioned, so at least here I'll start it over again. Here you go.
No child is being used.
Yeah.
It's all animated, and he.
But would you use the word evil of animated child pornography? Because I certainly would.
No, I would use evil only with behavior. You didn't do evil if you thought evil. You did
If
evil
I'm
if you
masturbating
committed.
to animated pictures of pornography, I'm not doing something evil.
That's correct.
Yeah, I think that's despicable.
That's
Really?
Yes, of
yeah.
course.
the
Who is
fuck?
being hurt? You have to have a victim.
Oh, I'll tell you, there's at least two people being hurt. There's the person who's poisoning himself by
Yes,
encouraging
yes,
him
you're
to
right.
think
I don't
acting out
want-
on
okay.
children, and there's also
So wait.
the animator.
Okay, wait a minute. We both are aching for him not to have those fantasies. I agree with you, but
But you won't call it evil.
I won't call a fantasy evil.
Takes
Wow.
like not kink shaming to a
No
whole
child
new
is being
level.
used. It's all animated, and he.
Oh, he just likes watching animated child porn. That's just a kink fantasy. That's not evil. Yeah, here's a.
That is absolutely fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, here's what shouldn't be a hot take. Watching any sort of child porn, whether animated or AI or not, is evil. There you go. And you deserve a wood chipper for that. That might not be the most Christian thing I've ever said, but here we are.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Honestly, fuck what Ted Cruz says. Just start attacking pedophiles.
Oh, there goes Ian. Dude,
Oh,
this
he's back.
stream is taking an absolute dump right now. What is happening?
Oh, it just said on my end. It just said stream has ended.
Yeah, like, I might just have to, like, re-upload this. Good thing I'm recording it.
Give me 1 second. I'll be right back.
Okay. Yeah, I'm watching the stream.
Hello?
Hi, welcome back.
Or-
Discord and my internet and the stream are taking an absolute dump right now.
We got canceled in real time, dude. That was crazy.
Yeah, literally.
They have found us.
I'm watching. I pulled up our live stream on the other monitor, and it's like watching like a slideshow. Like at best, like chick,
Jesus.
chick. So I guess I'll have to go back and re-upload it later. Thankfully, I am recording, so.
That's crazy.
Okay, hold on. Let me cut my Discord feed at the moment and make sure that I have enough storage space. Yeah, we're fine.
Nobody look at my screen and judge me. I am currently eating a hot dog. I'm eating a glizzy.
Glizzy.
It's gonna look real weird.
Glizzy Goblin.
Well. Okay. Well, I guess we're gonna have to re-upload this. So, all right, yeah. Honestly, though, how long have we been going? An hour?
I don't know. You'd have to tell me.
Yeah, we're an hour and 6 minutes in. I don't really have any more major topics to talk about. Oh, let's talk about JMac Customs return warranty process.
We can also talk about Easy Pete's meeting that he had.
What?
Easy Pete, that big meeting he had this past week.
I don't know who that is.
Easy P.
Easy Pete. Who's the one guy I would be calling Easy Pete right now, dude?
I don't know. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I get to show my Saddam video. All right. So before we show the Saddam
Hussein rookie card.
Before we show the Saddam video, we will focus on JMac Customs. They make really cool Kate Moss style stocks and a bunch of other stuff. Super cool company. Recently I had my folding adapter break, like bad. And so I went on their website to investigate what their warranty process looked like. And if you scroll down to the contact form and go to exchanges, and I quote, "We only replace items." Oh, I guess I could actually like pull this up on the monitor, couldn't I? "We only replace items if our engineering team determines the SKU arrived to the end user defective or damaged. If you need to make an exchange for the same item, contact us using the contact form here for instructions on how to send your item back." Yeah, that kind of sucks. If you're gonna
that's pretty
pay for
shitty.
a premium product, like a
You
very
expect-
premium product, I expect premium service and a
Yeah,
warranty.
exactly.
And yeah, that's worded kind of
Considering
scummy.
they're like the gold standard when it comes to
Yeah,
that very niche thing.
like if you say, "Hey, I'm buying a Kate Moss stock," odds are that you're referring to JMax Customs. Like, that's
Yeah,
just-
there's only a couple names
Yeah.
in that game.
You can count them all on a single hand, and JMac is the biggest. Unless you specifically include SIG themselves, which doesn't really count. You can't count SIG for their own stuff. But yeah, so that's pretty scummy. I will say I contacted them, and while I won't pull up my response or what they said, it was basically like, "Hey, yeah, it looks broken to us. Send it in, and if we deem that it is not counterfeit, then we will take care of it." So, I do appreciate that response very much. It was a pretty, relatively speaking, a quick response. But, even if this is all taken care of, which I hope it will be because it is a genuine product, and not a clone. So I hope that they don't try to explain to me that it is a clone. So assuming it all still gets handled, I would still love to see a more refined FAQ page on their website in the contact form of what a warranty,
Yeah, even
and
just
what
saying-
a warranty process looks like.
Even just having a very blanket statement saying we have a limited warranty would be better than
Yeah.
what it currently says.
Like, tell me that there is, because do I think it was defective from the factory? I mean, probably not, unless it was, bad aluminum. Like, did they get a batch of Toyota aluminum or something that was bad?
Toyota.
Like, I don't probably
Not
think so.
Toyota
And
aluminum, Ford
to
aluminum.
be clear, yeah, that's acceptable too. And to be clear, I wasn't abusing this stock folding adapter. It was, in a normal use case situation, and that's just pretty not cool. So, yeah, and even if this does get warrant, or even if they do warranty it, which I would hope so after what they did email me and the money that this cost. Like, to put in perspective, the folding adapter is here. Let's look together. Stocks and braces. Folding mech. This is $150 folding adapter. And they only have one. Okay, they only have the one that matters. So $150 before shipping and taxes. And then the stock itself is, what did they actually call it? Because I don't think they call it a Kate Moss. This one is the skeleton stock. I think this is an 8-inch, if I remember correctly. No mechanism. Oh, here, we'll include the mechanism. And no riser color. Oh, wow, they are on sale. Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah, so
JMac never does sales.
yeah, that's actually, dare I say, a good deal for a folding stock adapter and this piece, because I think at the time when I purchased this was a $400 combo. So dare I say $250 is a good price. But all that to say is it's not a cheap stock or a folding adapter as far as what you're paying. And I would expect it to be A, more robust, and B, have a better warranty process on their website, because I went on a rant to the guys essentially of how this is really stupid and whatever, when they could have just simply said, like what Sean said, hey, we offer some warranty service of some, like, any wording is better than what they have essentially. So yeah, I also, to go rant on another big or much bigger company, I had some huge issues with Surefire's customer service recently. And after that, like, it did work out in my favor in the end, but the entire process took, what, 7 or 8 months? It
was a hot minute. What about with Hollow Sun? Because you remember,
yeah,
you
so
bought
that
that thing
was
for me.
that was also an annoying process, but it worked out fine. And so the Hollow Sun warranty process, if I remember correctly, I sent them an email and was like, hey, I have a Hollow Sun having problems. It has a lifetime warranty. But from what I can tell is they're a pretty stickler on what is in, like, hey, did you drop it and it cracked? Well, that's not covered. It has to be like a manufacturing defect, and from my understanding too, not all of their products have a good warranty. It's like they kind of cherry pick, if I remember correctly. And yeah,
that particular product was an older generation that
Yes.
that they haven't made for several years.
Yes. So
Excuse me.
I sent them an email. I explained what was going on, and they were like, okay, well, send it in. And if it is covered under warranty, I'm trying to remember this process. This was a while ago. If it is covered under warranty, we'll send you a new one or fix it. And if not, then you'll be required to pay for I think I was going to have to pay to, like, for them to look at it or something. Like, it was almost like a coin, if I remember correctly, it was like a coin toss. Maybe I had to pay for shipping for them to ship it back if they decided they weren't going to warranty
I think that was it, because you were explaining it to me at the time.
It was an annoying process that, if I remember correctly, was kind of a coin toss of do I have to pay
Also,
the
let
money
me
or
be
do I get a
clear.
new
When
one?
I sold him said product, he was aware of
Yeah,
the issue with it.
Sean didn't
I
rip me
didn't
off.
sell my homie.
Yeah,
I
I
didn't
was
try
aware
to
of the
screw
issues,
over my
and
homies.
I just but no, that was a at least multiple week. I think it was like a month or two process to get my red dot back, and they did end up sending me a new one that was slightly newer, still a much older Hollow Sun, but still, it was not the discontinued.
Also, do you still have that? I can't remember if you
It's
still have it or not.
in my new Eberly stock bag permanently now.
Oh, okay.
My new nightstand gun
Neat.
is my M9 A1, and the CZ P10 is
Hell yeah,
in my
brother.
Eberly stock bag.
A man of
Hell
culture.
yeah, brother.
But yeah, the Hollow Sun warranty process, once again, it worked out in my favor, but there was like zero communication throughout the process. I was basically
Yeah.
like, hey,
Well, I
am
mean,
getting
with
a new one? Do I
a-
owe money? And then it just showed up in my house one day, and I was like, oh, okay, thanks.
China.
I guess.
Yeah, I
Um,
mean, when you're dealing with a company where literally everything is foreign, and I'm sure they do have, they have a U.S. arm, but I'm sure that's just strictly to answer questions and communicate. But
Corporate.
everything else, I'm sure that's just a U.S. corporate branch. I'm sure everything else is literally being handled in China. So
I mean, and like I said,
China.
I don't mean to complain. Like in the
China.
end, I did get a new red dot, but that was an annoying process.
Puerto Rico.
Just like JMax, I think it'll probably in the end work out, but like just please update the wording on your website. And then for the Surefire one, that was a 8 month ordeal where basically they kept my flashlight for that period for a long period of time without communicating with me. And basically to sum it up, it is a M300 Vampire head, so M300V, which is the potted version, from my understanding, of the Vampire. Like, technically they're interchangeable, but one's potted and one's not, from my understanding. And due to some different things, they can't replace just the glass lens on an M300V head. They have to replace the whole head. They don't have the lenses available.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I called Surefire. This was like January. I'll make this a quick story. I called him in January. I was like, hey, my lens is cracked. He's like, oh, no problem, homie. We'll get that taken care of for you. Just send it to us. We'll get it swapped out and we'll send it right back. And I was like, sweet. I saw the lead time is increased on your website. Like, they had a little disclaimer. Thank you for having that. Like, I appreciate it, because it was like, hey, our typical turnaround time is like 7 to 10 days or something like that. And then on the website,
well,
it
with
was like
Surefire
extended to
being
a U.S. company.
the thing
and
about
US
Surefire is
contractor.
they are they're balls deep in the military industrial complex.
Yes.
So I'm sure they have this figured out a
and
lot.
he even disclosed that to
more
me.
than-
Like it said on their website, like, hey, we have a slight extended time.
Mhm.
It could be up to 30 days. I was like, thank you for disclosing that. I called him. I spoke to them on the phone. I really don't like emailing for warranty processes. I'd rather just talk to someone to get those details and stuff. And then we were talking, he's like, and just so you know, this could take 30 days. He was like, but we'll get it done as soon as possible. I was like, thanks. He was fantastic. So like a month and a half goes by, and I hadn't heard anything. Like, nothing. I think I got an email that they received it, maybe? No, I got an email that it had been delivered. And it was like, it is being processed, and we'll send you an email when it finishes processing. Like, weeks went by, and I didn't get anything.
And then you
So
never
I
heard
called him.
anything.
I was
Amazing.
like, hey, just checking on this. He was like, yeah, I think it's in processing. We'll let you know. It's like, okay, that's a long process. This timeline could slightly be messed up. But if anyone actually wants the exact timeline, if they're watching this and want the timeline, I'll be more than happy to break down exactly what
I
happened.
highly doubt flashlight giant Surefire is watching this video.
I doubt it too, but
Or anybody from the company
doubt-
at that.
I doubt they care about our flashlight stories.
I yes, I doubt that too. But then I finally called back and was like, hey, what's going on with this? And they're like, oh yeah, we're working on it. We have it. It's processed. We're working on getting it. It'll be out next week. I was like, sweet, thanks. I mean, a little bit extended. At this point we're at like a month and a half or something like that.
It's not like my whole thing with Assurion.
Oh yeah, yeah. That was a
which I'm
much
not going to
longer
get
process
into
you.
for legal reasons.
Yes.
But
So
that was suboptimal at best.
at best. Yeah, welcome.
It's not
We
optimal.
talked about warranties earlier. Warranties suck.
Yeah, I was literally just. I used to. I'm not anymore. I used to be a car salesman. And we were talking about warranties with domestic companies versus foreign companies. Foreign meaning mostly European, not Chinese,
or
European and like
Asian
Japanese.
minus China.
Yeah. And most foreign companies are great with warranties. And this goes to everything. Cars, whether you're buying
Electronics.
electronics, whatever. They're usually great with their warranties. Domestic US companies, not so much. And that's because
Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit.
Yeah.
The U.S. has a very greedy culture and environment.
yeah,
I said
free
it out
market capitalism is don't get me wrong, there's some good things about free market capitalism, but there's also some pretty bad things about free market capitalism. So
Yeah. Oh, dude, the stream is so far behind. It's like way back.
oh fuck.
It is.
Yeah, we're probably
broken.
just
Yeah,
we're probably just gonna
we're gonna have to
re-upload the stream.
this episode.
Rip.
Yikes.
R.I.P. in
But
peace.
I am recording, so we're fine. But yeah, so I called Surefire. He's like, it'll be out next week. And a couple weeks go by, whatever. Call back. Oh yeah, so by the way, we don't have your stuff in stock to fix it. We don't have the lenses. You'll have to get ahead. Or something like that. Dude, it was a multi-month process. And I was like, okay. So how long does it take to get ahead? And how long does it take to get ahead, boys? So how long does it take for it to come in? And he was like, end of summer. I was like, okay. I was like, well, not to be disrespectful or anything, but like, can I have my flashlight back? Because that means you'll have had it for like 8 months, and I want my light back. I was like,
I need a light,
to be
bro.
quite frank, I wanted my light fixed. I didn't want a replacement head. I was like, this light has sentimental value, and I really just want a new lens. I was like, is that possible?
So no head?
So no head?
Yeah, right.
Skateboard. And he was like,
So new
no,
head.
so that's not really how it works. He was like, if you want it to be fixed or replaced, we have to keep it until, like, he's like, we can't give it back. It's in our possession. I was like,
For always and eternity.
well, okay, I was like, but I don't have a light on my weapon right now. And I ended up actually going and buying a cheap SIG weapon light. That's
And we all
pretty great for
know.
the money.
And we all know your rifle, well, really any weapon is useless if it doesn't have a light on it.
I mean, honestly, it kind of is.
You can only effectively shoot at what you can see and identify.
Yes. Yeah, don't be like I know we've talked about this exact story on the podcast before. Don't be like the dad in Texas that shot his daughter because she was getting something out of the fridge in the middle of the night and he couldn't see her. So he shot it noiselessly.
Yeah. It's funny. I just said that Savvy sitting over here and she just said,
Make up it sounds in the dark.
learned that playing Fallout.
Yeah, Fallout is a great training aid. But yeah, so he wouldn't send me my flashlight back. I was like, give me my flashlight back. He was like, nah, sorry, dude. And I was like, okay. I was like, and
It's
not
ours
to be
now.
rude, I was like, just give me my light back. I'll deal with this later. I was like, can you just call me or email me something when the heads or the lenses come in so we can fix mine? He was like, no, I can't do that. I was like, okay. I was like, I don't care at this point. Send me my light back. And he was like, well, not to be rude myself, but we're not charging you for this. We're doing this as goodwill. I was like, okay, I'll pay for it. I don't care. I was like, I called you guys for a warranty issue. You told me you'd fix it. If you want me to pay, that's fine. Like, I don't necessarily expect it to be done for free if it was something I did. I was like, I'll pay for the repair. But I was told it would be taken care of. I was told it'd be shipping next week. I was told y'all would pay or I didn't have to pay for it. But if, like, that's the hang up, if you're worried about the money, I'll pay you for the new lens. And he was, like, super rude or whatever, and, like, just whatever. And he was like, all right, well, we'll get it taken care of for you or something.
He
And
acted
just,
like he
hung
worked
up the
for a
phone
company
on
that
me.
was balls deep in the military-industrial complex.
Yes. Yeah. But, like, the other guys at Surefire have been great, but this guy was just not. And so one day, my flashlight just shows up at my house. I was not expecting it because he told me they would not be returning it. And until everything was handled. and there's a note in there, like there's an invoice in it saying that it was repaired. I was like, oh, sick. They must have found a lens. Like, I'm so happy. I pull it out. I still see like my highly custom paint job, my rattle can Cerakoted, whatever, painted in the middle of a barn in Ukraine, paint job.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, oh, sweet. This is my light. It's sentimental, and the lens is still broken. When it clearly
Excellent.
says on the invoice it was repaired. I was like,
Repaired. Yeah.
cool.
Excellent.
Cool. And at that point, I just didn't call them. I didn't email them. I was just tired of it. I was like, fine, I'll just use my light when, August, September rolls around. I'll give them a call and see if they have any heads in stock. Well, like, late July, I think, rolls around, and I get this random package with an RMA number on it. Like, no name of who it came from, nothing. Like, it just had, like, an address.
So new head.
Yeah, it literally just had an address on it, and that was it. I was like, okay. And I open up, and there's a new Surefire head. So, like, in the end, it worked out great. But throughout the entire process...
Ohana Arms love
So you would
heads.
say,
Yeah.
in the end, it doesn't even matter?
In the end, it doesn't even matter. I tried so hard, got so far, in the end, it doesn't matter. Because I did get head in the end. Specifically...
Why are we like this?
Specifically a KM1 M300V head. New in package, I might add. So, once again, it worked out in the end, but I had no communication from start to finish with them. They never contacted me once, except the automated email saying that it had been delivered and it was processing. And I don't think I ever got another, like, without me initiating first, contact from them for months.
On that note, I'm just going to say, when it comes to weapon lights, Cloud defensive superiority.
I have heard that Cloud has had some major issues, though, recently.
A few, but I
cannot
mean, this
personally
is
attest to that,
an
but-
OG.
Yeah, OG
This
Cloud,
is an
good to go.
OG Cloud defensive owl, which they don't even make anymore just because there wasn't a whole lot of demand for it because it's big, bulky, and a self-contained unit.
It doesn't need a
but
button, though. Can you show
I
them
have
the button
two
on
of
the top?
these.
It doesn't need a
Yes.
switch. It doesn't need an additional switch because it's
It
built
doesn't
in.
need a switch. It's all... Yeah,
It's a
the button is on top of
self-contained
the mount,
system, yeah.
and the light is attached to the mount. So I like them. I get it. They are kind of big and bulky. I think they look cool when you're going for a. I don't
And
know.
we
They
know
look cool
looking
on my
cool-
fake Mark 18 build.
Yes, and looking cool is one of the most
But
important
I have
elements of combat.
two of these, and I've had no problem with either one.
If you don't look cool in combat, you don't have any pictures that are going to look cool when you come home. So always look cool in combat.
And then
Precisely.
what's even the point?
Yeah, exactly. If
Yeah,
you
if
don't
you
have, like, imagine if our
If you
like,
If you didn't post it on Instagram, it didn't fucking happen. So.
yeah,
Yeah,
like every week
exactly.
I post like a different picture of us or me or one of us being cool in combat or in BB Wars. And if we didn't look cool and not have those pictures, we wouldn't have anything to post. I still might one day post a
Being
picture
said,
of
most
me
of
in
the
my
people I
boxers.
know, that also have cloud defensive products, they all have like the newer Rain 2.0 and 3.0s. Everybody I know with them, I know Zach has one and he swears by it.
Bananarchist?
And then the dudes, yes, the dudes at Art and War, mainly BR, he also swears by his.
Dudes.
So
I
the
will probably
dudes.
be going with Mod Light for my next light. I probably will not be getting a
Good choice.
Full Surefire complete setup, but yeah, Owl
just
is
waiting
an
for
option
cloud defensive to release the EPL.
eventually.
Evil.
Also,
Waiting
I
since
have,
2020.
I have some of the ProTac Streamlights,
Born to wait.
and I have been very impressed with all of them. They're not very compact. They're not the best at everything, or in some ways anything, but they have all seemed to be very reliable and held up good. And hold on. I have a Sig light, weapon light, that is M300 sized, that has been very good for the money, that uses Surefire style buttons. It has not been combat tested yet, but it takes. Hold on, I'll show you the.
Savvy just
battery.
asked if it went off without you trying.
I'm so proud.
She asked if it turns on its own.
I turn it on every now and then.
She doesn't even really know about guns, but she's heard me talk about SIG enough.
So the batteries are actually kind of cool. this might be more gimmicky, but USB-C Me is loving it. So they're 14500 rechargeables, and they have a USB-C port on them, so you don't even need to have a charger with you. And
That's
it will
pretty
take
neat.
standard CR123s, so you're not stuck with proprietary rechargeables. You can pop in either another rechargeable or charge it, or a CR123. So pretty cool.
When I went to Syria, I literally had like an assault pack worth of CR123 batteries.
Dude, me too.
Of the fucking Surefire ones.
So
I was like,
Yeah,
I
too.
don't know what I'm gonna be doing. I don't know how much I'm gonna use my light.
Yeah. Well, we've talked about early episodes of this podcast about how I took like truckloads of batteries to Ukraine, like
Yeah.
a metric truckload, because I had no idea if I'd be able to buy batteries, and it was like prophetic because everyone needed batteries, and I was the only one that had batteries at the beginning of the war. Like, I went with dozens of CR123s, a dozen button cell batteries of, you know, a few of each for like things from my helmet light to optic red dot things, you name it. And it was literally prophetic because no one else had batteries and you couldn't buy them at the time. Later war, like, it's fine now. You can go into any store and buy what batteries you need. But yeah, like it's wild. Like, people,
yeah, you can buy CR123s at Walgreens now, you know, so.
Yeah, well, I mean, in Ukraine, but yeah.
Oh, well, yeah. I'm talking about, it used to be like at this time, you know, like when this was 2019.
Yeah.
So, you know, like CR123s weren't, you could occasionally find them at like Walmart and Target.
No, yeah, they're just everywhere.
But yeah, and now they're, like I said, you can buy them at Walgreens.
The best
now,
for the money and seemingly quality is buy the Surefire ones. You can buy them in massive bulk, like huge boxes. And
I do also like that when you buy a light from Surefire, they
send you a couple batteries,
a lot of their branded batteries with it.
We'll shout out Surefire where it's due, but the Surefire batteries seemingly I have never had any issues with them as far as like battery life or problems, and they are some of the cheapest. So,
the Streamlight ones are pretty good too. The Streamlight branded ones.
I have not used any of the.
Never buy an Enforce or an O-Light.
No.
Just buy, if you can't afford Surefire or anything on that line, buy a Streamlight.
Get a Streamlight. Yeah. Like, so, we should make a flashlight tier list one day. We haven't done a tier list in a while.
We should. A flashlight tier list?
Flashlight tier list. But, yeah, so, like, at the very, very bottom, you have Enforcer and O-Light. And I don't know how to rank them differently because O-Lights just blow up and melt things, while Enforcers just suck. So you can either choose to have your stuff blow up or break.
I would put Enforce just a little bit above because they don't actually stand.
They don't blow up,
like,
but they also
risk
don't
to
work
you.
very well. So when I didn't really know any better, this is kind of before I knew you. This is before like I knew you guys.
That's a long time ago.
I was working behind the gun counter at Sportsman's, and I had got a good deal on a Glock 20 10mm, and I was like, "Oh fuck yeah, first kid on the block with a 10mm." You know,
the last kid on the block with a 10mm. First and the last.
I'm probably gonna revisit 10mm sometime soon. But anyways, I had a Glock 20, and you know, of course, working at Sportsman's got a good employee discount. What if we carried Enforce and Streamlight, and they only had like the compact Streamlights at the time?
The TLR7,
compact on a 10 mil.
Yeah. So I was
hell
like,
yeah.
So I was like, let me just get this Enforce. I got a good deal on it. I got it for like $50 or whatever it was. And then did not even make it through an entire mag of 10mm before it just stopped working completely.
Yeah, that's not surprising at all.
It's like putting any optic on a SCAR that's not an LCAN or specifically SCAR rated. For people that don't know, the SCAR recoil shock is inevitably going to break many things you put on it, including or not limited.
You're going with a 10mm.
Yeah.
If you're at the point where you're going with a 10mm, buy the highest quality accoutrements for it. Put a Trijicon optic on it. Put a Surefire light on it. You know.
Put potted, tried and true things.
Yes.
What was I? Yeah. So you have at the very bottom you have O-Light, then you have Enforce, and then quite a ways above that. I would probably say the Sig lights are somewhere here. They work.
I just don't have any experience with Sig lights.
Above that, I would put Streamlight, quite a ways above the Sig.
I want to call you a slur so bad right now.
I think I'm pretty sure we can say that on here.
No, I'm gonna
I don't know about
choose
that one,
to
Chief.
be
We'll have
responsible.
to get.
Yeah,
We'll have to do that the next time Trevin's on.
I'm gonna choose to be responsible and not do that.
we, I miss
I don't know
Traven on
about
our-
that one, Chief.
I miss our podcast with Traven. But
It's been a while since he's been on one.
has.
Yeah.
So we'll get him back. Yeah, it's been a while.
I don't know. Yeah.
But yeah, and then probably everything above that would just be like Cloud Defensive, Arasaka, Mod Light, Surefire.
Yeah.
And honestly, a
The
lot of
boutique
these are
tier
like,
lights.
yeah, and honestly, they're all on the same plane. Like, relatively speaking, you can't. I think it's unfair to
Just
say Surefire is way better than Mod Light, or Mod Light's way better than Surefire. 'Cause
The
they all
only
serve
reason that
different purposes.
Surefire has that leg up on them is that because they do have a lot of military and law enforcement contracts, so they have that
Blech.
real world experience. You know.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, Mod Light does too.
They do
Mod
have
Light
that real
has-
world experience. You know, in
Battle
everything
proven.
from beat cops to, special operations. So
Yeah, I mean, those other companies also have contracts now too. Mod Light's running contracts as well.
yeah,
as
just not
Arasaka.
nearly as much.
Fair. And I will say,
Like,
but it's also it really
Stringer. I'm sorry. Surefire is the number one issued
Yes.
when they the lights that they issue for your helmet to clip on the side of your helmet, those are all Surefires.
or Princeton, or Streamlight.
See, I was never
Yeah.
issued a Princeton. I was issued the
P-Tech gets a
Surefire.
lot of those.
Are you sure what you weren't issued was the Streamlight, the Cobra?
I don't
I
know
think
what it
you were
was.
issued a Cobra.
I don't know. It was
You're a
Surefire.
Cobra.
I know that much. It
Is
came in a
it-
Surefire branded box.
Oh, okay. So,
So,
this is
yeah.
the this is what I have. I don't use it on my helmet. I use my Princeton on my helmet, but it is called the Cobra, right? Yeah. Sidewinder.
That's
Streamlight
yeah.
Sidewinder.
The P-Tech.
Let's see. Modder 1 and share. Was it this?
Hold on.
Hold.
No, not quite.
Because
but
a lot of guys are
close.
issued these. Like, a lot of units get Sidewinders issued.
Not quite. This one had the it had an actual stick up switch on it to turn it on and off. I don't really know how to explain it. No.
Interesting. I mean, I suppose it was a Surefire, and you're not mistaken then, because
Yeah, I specifically remember it's around here somewhere, but
so
the mount broke
I
off
have a full
in
size
coming
one
back from overseas.
that
so.
I love. I love my Sidewinder. And then they also have, and then the Princeton, I have no idea how to spell it. Helmet light. The Princetons are also the most common.
Yes,
Yeah.
I see a lot of those in the wild.
Like, I run this one on my helmet, the 3 version. It's
on, let me-
white, red, and infrared. And then let's look at the Surefire helmet offerings. Oh, this one. I forgot about this.
Yes, that one.
Yeah, I completely forgot about this. Yeah, that's not a common light though, or as common
Really?
as the others. But I did completely forget that this exists. Yeah, I run a S&S precision S&S precision helmet mount with my other M300V, and then a Princeton
Yeah,
on the other
I
side.
want to move to one of those. The thing's nice.
Umbrella
The
lights,
MX or whatever.
Yeah, we need to let's write this down to have Zach explain umbrella lighting on the next episode. Zach can very efficiently and effectively break down how and why umbrella lights are fantastic.
Yes.
So yeah, I have basically the Princeton for essentially map reading, and then
Well, it's always good to
the-
just keep a random ass headlamp on or in your kit somehow.
yes, I also kept mine on my kit as well.
Yeah.
All that to say, I forgot where we were going with that. It's very typical on here.
I never knew.
Yeah, helmet light, Surefire. Oh, basically the quality. Each of the brands has different stuff. Like Surefire, for example, is the only one that has a dual output. So they're the only, well, dual output as in infrared and white on the same head.
Yeah.
That doesn't
Like Mod
completely
Light,
suck.
correct. Mod Light still hasn't
Yeah.
done anything like that. Aerosocket, none of those other companies have done that yet. And the TIR lens is fantastic. Even though you're not getting nearly as high candela or lumen output, it really punches above its weight, considering the numbers are so low. But yeah, it's when you get to like that level of boutique flashlights, like when you're spending $300 to $600 on a flashlight kit, it really is just what buttons do you prefer more, what lens do you like more, the length, what batteries do you want, things like that that really play into it.
And I mean,
more
you
than
know, a
is
lot
it
of
gonna
people,
break and
they,
not.
you know, a lot of people will, in terms of rifle lights, a lot of people will like mix and match. You know, they'll go with like a mod light body with a Surefire head on an Arisaka mount, you know?
Yeah. I'm running
Yeah.
an Arisaka light bar with a Surefire, well, body and head at the moment. And then my 100 concepts, like, cover. Or is it 100? I think it's
And again,
100
that's why
concepts.
at the time I thought that the Cloud Defensive Owl was just the coolest thing because it was all self-contained, head, body, mount, you know, switch, all
So no
one
head?
unit. Yeah, no head. And that, you know, like, yeah, that light has been discontinued, but it's still a great light. They just discontinued it because not a lot of people are going for that self-contained unit anymore.
And it
you
is
know,
bulky.
like an IR laser, you know?
Yeah.
It's hard to. I don't have an IR laser because I don't have night vision, but it would be very hard to incorporate this light and still incorporate
Yes.
an
It'd be-
IR
it takes
laser
up
of
too
really
much
any
top
kind, whether
rail
it be a
space.
mall or a PEC or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, boys. Do we have anything
We
else
still
to
have
talk
one more
about?
thing to talk about.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I have to start my video. I forgot. You can go ahead and start discussing if you want while I find my video on it.
Okay, so for those of you that don't know, sometime last week, Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth announced a
instruction to those
meeting where all flag officers, so that's really generals and admirals, across the entire armed forces, had to be present and all in one place. And he said where it was going to be. That's not a huge national security risk, but
We are
and it was
clean
to
on OPSEC.
Yeah, he originally said it was to discuss coming back to the warrior ethos, if I'm not mistaken. He
Yeah,
says
it
that
was-
a lot.
Yeah.
He throws the term warrior ethos around a whole lot.
He has made
like-
that his whole personality. He has lots of tattoos and other interesting tattoos.
Yeah.
About the warrior.
Like that, don't get me wrong,
ethos.
he's got some tattoos where it's like, yeah, that's just the unit tattoo. Like, I get how that could be concerning, but when you know about it, you're like, yeah. He does also have he's got one or two kind